In this video, I'm going to show you how to take the phone number area code and make it so that you understand where the lead you are is calling. For those of you who might not understand exactly why this is important, there are certain times when you are looking to dial certain contacts where they have the highest, probability of picking up. Right after work, during lunchtime. So if you all go ahead and understand these phone numbers, where they are based at, and therefore call them during a set period of time, the call to connect ratio will dramatically be increased. So one way that you can go ahead and do that is by this right here. So there's a lot of ways previously that I would do it. Now with ChatGPT, it makes it a lot easier. So step number one, you're going to want to go into your CRM and get your lead list. If you're using Go High Level, then this is what you're going to want to do. Come here on the left-hand side, press contacts. What you'll then do is you'll select on this button here, press select all of your contacts, and then you're going to press export contacts. Now, when you go ahead and do this, it's going to go ahead and say export contacts. And then once you press that, it will make a CSV file that you're then going to want to go ahead and take from there. Okay. So now that you have your CSV file, the next step that you're going to want to do is come into your ChatGPT account. Now, if you do not have the paid version of ChatGPT, this is a paid feature that you will need to go ahead and use in order to do what I'm about to show you. It costs about 20 bucks a month, and ultimately having the ChatGPT paid version definitely does pay dividends, so I do recommend it. So once you're there, what you'll then do is you'll click on this right here, attach file, upload from computer. You can just go ahead and drag it in right there. And ultimately, you can make a more robust prompt. It doesn't need to be anything crazy though. You can see all that it says. Take this list of leads. We want to find the area code location for each of the phone numbers of all the leads that start with +1, aka in US or Canada, because that's just what I'm looking to determine. I say please determine. I could have wrote it a lot better, but it gets it. Okay, so it takes all my leads. This is what I uploaded. Okay, and then it's going to go ahead and determine what is the area code for every single one of these phone numbers. Now, if you're not familiar, each area code is attached or associated to a specific location across the United States. So therefore, you can go ahead and pull the location and therefore pull the time zone that is attached to that location. Okay, so after I went ahead and did that, I pulled the area code, didn't get it right away. It said, awesome, great work. Now take that area code and attach what time zone it is in. Okay, what it then did is it gave me the exact time zone that is attached to this specific area code. And as I started scrolling down, I noticed that there was a bunch of them that were empty, which I wasn't as much a fan of. And I said, hey, there are a lot of area codes that do not have the time zones. Can you add them all? And then from then it went ahead and added them all. And now I was able to go down and do all of that. Okay. Now the next step of what you're going to do is you're going to come here. You're going to download this from ChatGPT. And then you have this right here. Next step is you're going to come back into your CRM. So now that you're back in it, you then have to come here and press import contacts. So once you click on import contacts, what you're then going to want to do, I'm keeping this here because I don't want to share any of the contact information of these people. You're just simply going to press upload file. And then what's going to happen, I'm going to move this down here for a second, is you're then going to upload the new one into the one that you got from ChatGPT. You're going to upload that into here. Okay. So now once that's there, it's loaded. You're then just going to simply press next. And also, one thing that is important is the ChatGPT is going to go ahead and give you these things. It's going to give you the area code. It's going to give you the time zone. Now, ultimately, and also, one thing that actually is important, I'm going to go ahead and come back here. So when you're in here, you'll notice it does Mountain, Eastern. You could do it however you want. I personally like to do PST, MST, CST, HST, all of these different things instead of just having Mountain, Eastern. So if you do want to do that, the way that you're going to want to adjust that there is by taking the CSV file that you've made. You're going to go into Google, upload the Google file or the CSV file. You'll then open it, and then all that you need to do is just simply you can press help, come up here, you press find and replace, you type it in. And then what you can do is, for example, where it says mountain, it will find all the times that it says mountain, and then you can replace it with just MST. I personally like it that way. You don't need to do that, but that's what you're going to want to do here. So you'll have all of this here, and now you'll have this with the EST, CST, if that's what you prefer. To download this file, top left corner, press File, Download, CSV, and now you have your file that you're ready to go back into the CRM now. Also, another thing, if you have not done so already, is that you will need to make custom fields for your CRM to go ahead and keep track of the PST, CST data and everything like that. If you've not done so already, stay tuned because I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. Just while we're here though, to finish this cycle. Okay, the area code, I don't really care about that as much. We can see it, but the time zone I do care about. So I'm going to go ahead and type in time zone. I did phone time zone and manual entry. And that's done there. All the other columns, aka the area code, I don't care about. We're good. Press next. Okay, so now that you've pressed next, and yes, I know that there's extra little screenshots, might be a little confusing. I just want to be respectful of these other people's information. So ultimately, once that's done, Then what you will do is you'll have this here. I always like to open up advanced here. And when you go ahead and you open up advanced, you can go ahead and add a tag, just kind of symbolizing, hey, I did this. So let's say CB upload D0. Okay. Oops. CB upload. And then today's date. It'll add that tag to every single one of these contacts. Just so I know it. It's most of them, but it's just what I have the tendency of doing. I've been using Go High Level for over 4 years now. So it's just things that I've done along the way that have helped. So once that's done, all you need to do is come over here on the bottom right hand corner and press submit. And then once you've done that, and actually one thing that was being hidden by this little thing down here, you do need to press I confirm all contacts in the import have consented to hear from us. Then what you do is you'll press submit. And then it will say your file is being processed. Now, once you've done this, basically all of, as I said before, the custom field on it will get updated. So you have PST, MST, EST, HST, all of the ones, which makes it a lot easier for you to sort through, which I'm going to show you here in a second. But before that, I want to show you, if you've not made your custom field, this is how you're going to do it. Okay, so the way that you are going to add a custom field, if you're using Go High Level, is you're going to come to the bottom left-hand corner. There's going to be a little button that says Settings. Once that is complete, you're going to want to come over here to the left-hand side where it says Custom Fields. Then, top right corner, Add Field. I like to do single line. I find that to be the easiest. Field name. I believe I called it phone, area, code, time zone, or something like that. Manual entry. You can call it whatever your heart desires. And then you just choose a location that you want it to be in. Let's call it additional info. And then you press save. And that is how you go ahead and you make your custom field. Okay, so the cool part is that now you've updated the contact fields on it, you've uploaded the CSV, and now it's been done. Then all you have to do is you press here in the top right corner, you press more filters, you go ahead and you click on that specific custom field, which I called phone time zone manual entry. And then from then you just go ahead and you simply put in, you want to call it EST lead. See, so right now I'm in Pacific time. It is 5:37 p.m. That's 8:37. Typically, I'm not going to call someone at 8:37 p.m. at night. The probability of them picking up is somewhat lower, and also I'm probably going to tick them off. So honestly, sometimes the best time to call people is right after work. Let's call it 5, 5:30, 6, before it gets to 7. That is a golden window because people just got off of work. They're most likely just got home. They're not doing sort of stuff. They're not maybe making dinner. Maybe they're sitting down for a couple of minutes, and we're going to have the chance to go and speak to them. You might be, well, Chris, this is their only time to hang out and chill and all that. Yeah, I understand that, but I'm here to call them to talk about a life-changing opportunity to go ahead and help them grow their coaching business. So it's actually a good thing that I'm calling them. And that's the type of conviction that I want all of you guys to have as well as you're looking to call and sell your coaching program. Anyway, so coming back here, what you go ahead and do, you go ahead and type it in, you press apply, and then you'll see here are all of the leads that are EST time zone. And then we want to go ahead and adjust it. Let's say we want PST leads. Okay, perfect. I press apply. And there you go. Here are all the PST time zone leads. And now what you can do, instead of worrying like, oh no, am I calling someone too late? Yeah, sometimes you will get a little overlap because you have a person that previously used to live somewhere and then has now moved, and therefore their time zone is completely different. That does happen sometimes. Obviously, just take a note of it and adjust that in your back end so that for the future it doesn't continue to happen. Long story short though, you're able to have a much more targeted and better way to call people and make sure that the pickup rate is as high as possible. Hey guys, what's going on? It's Chris. A lot of you leave comments and send DMs to me telling me that you need help. Do me a favor. I'm going to tell you the best way to get a hold of me. Shoot me a text message right now at 949-990-5808. Once again, that's 949-990-5808. I'll help you with whatever you guys need. I got your back. Let's get back to the video. So that last one that I just showed you, that is a more of getting the previous leads that you had. That's if you have a bunch of leads or stuff that you've done in the past. Now, if you're looking to have a fully automated process as you move forward, this is going to be the part that you're going to want to pay attention to and directly duplicate for yourself. So the one and way that I do this is using Go High Level. If you're not using Go High Level, I so highly recommend it. It's cheap, it has all the tools. Is it perfect? No. In my opinion, it is the best software out there that coaches need to use if they're really serious about growing and scaling their business. Now, what you can go ahead and do in order to automate the process of finding the area code is this right here. So if you're not familiar, there's a part of High Level which is automations. And within automations, just as the word says, you can automate certain tasks. So with this specific one, what you can do is you have some sort of trigger. Okay, now and by the way, one thing I do want to share is that to do these little chat GPT inquiries here inside of Go High Level, it is very nominal pennies, or like less than a penny basically per one. As you're doing this a lot more, it can start to add up. So if you're not wanting to spend a couple bucks on it or whatever, then you don't need to do that. You can go other options and not a fully automated route. You can do the one that I just showed you, because that is, and there's other ways you can do it. But anyway, long story short, coming here, what you can do is you have your trigger as just simply contact created. So whenever a contact is created inside of your CRM, it's going to automatically trigger this to go through. So it'll automatically pull what is the time zone of this person based on their phone number. So you can also do it by adding a tag, so that's manually. You could also do it by, okay, they submitted one specific form, so when they submit this form, then we only do it. If you don't want it to do every single person, that's your call. Ultimately, if you're wanting all of the contacts to be added, then just do contact created. That's going to be the easiest way to go about it. Then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to press plus. You're going to want to press Chat GPT. This is a premium feature. You can go ahead and get it within Go High Level. Anyway, so you come here, you click on this, and what will happen is that you're going to go ahead and add the instructions down here in the prompt. Okay, so what you do is this is the phone number for this contact, and then you come here, you press on this little thing, you press contact, you press phone, and what that will do is they will automatically put in the phone number of this contact, okay, if it's already there. Then what will happen is please determine the time zone associated with the area code of this phone number. And you guys can later just copy and paste, that's fine. And then once again, I told you, I like PST, MST, CST, all of these different ones. So instead of having a bunch of them, Hawaiian Standard Time, HST. Yep. So you have that, and I go ahead and I tell it to give a 3-letter output just because it makes it a lot easier for me. So this is what I do. And then you just simply press save. And then part 2, you say, please take the area code of this phone number. You give the phone number again by doing the same thing. And now as your output, write out the entire name of the state that is associated to this phone area code. Now the reason why I do this is you don't necessarily need the second one. The first one is the most important one because that's going to give you the actual time zone. The reason I like the second one, and you could actually even add a third one if you want, of doing the city, which makes it even more powerful. And the reason why is because when your salesperson is calling and they're like, hold on, how do you know? Oh yeah, this is a Pennsylvania phone number, right? Or hey, this is a Texas phone number, right? And they see it right there. So even if they're like, wait, no, I'm EST, it is 9 p.m. right now. Why in the world are you calling me? Like, oh my goodness, that's my bad. I didn't intend to go ahead and do that. I noticed the phone number that was in Arizona time zone. I'm assuming you used to live there? Okay, got it. Yeah, that wasn't my intention to go ahead and call you this late. And then you can go ahead and have that right off the fly, and the information's already there for your salesperson. So coming back to it, step 1, just literally just copy this prompt. You guys can adjust it if you deem fit. Step number 2, copy this prompt. And then what you do is you simply add a third step that says update contact field. You add the 2 fields, phone, time zone, manual entry, and then you click on this right here, that little custom value. You scroll down to GPT, you press GPT-1, find time zone, you click on response, and now what will happen is it will take that response and add it onto the contact field. So I'll give you an example here. Enrollment history. Come here, here's an example. I'm going to actually press on execution log so we can see it. Okay, so this person was added to the workflow. The GPT part 1 came in, okay, where it went ahead and gave the response of EST. It then went ahead and did the second one, which is this area code is associated to the state of New York. Perfect. And then it went ahead and updated the contact field, right? Manual entry and area code of the state. Okay. So you go ahead and you have that there, and I'll show you exactly what it looks like here. You're going to go ahead and come here on the side. I'm going to open up additional info. Okay, so you'll notice phone time zone, EST, it automatically put it in for me. I didn't need to do that myself. And then phone area code state is associated with the state of New York. You can probably go ahead and train the AI better than what I should right there. You can go ahead and have this. The salesperson will still understand it. But what I'd actually even recommend is when you're here, come back to Builder, GPT, write out the entire name of the state. For the output, only put the state name. Do not include any other text. So that's what I go ahead and do. You press save action. You press save. Also, so one thing to keep in mind as well As I shared previously, the chat GPT function is a paid function. It's not a lot, but it is incurring expenses. So you want to make sure that you're not paying money if it's not even being useful. Now, why wouldn't this automation be useful? If a contact is added, let's say you use this one here, and it does not have a phone number, then this thing is pointless because you're not going to get any information from it. So what I would recommend, if you are doing that and you're doing the contact created alone, then what you can do is you press here, you press if else, you click on that, and it will give you this. And essentially it's just saying it's going to make branches of if something is true or not, okay? So what I do is I do yes phone number, you press the condition, you press add a condition, you choose phone number, you go to contact, phone number is not empty. Because if it is not empty, aka there's something in there, then it will run through the ChatGPT stuff and give you the output. Otherwise, if there is no phone number, let's say someone just opts in with their email, or let's say you just put a name of a person, you don't necessarily have their phone number or email yet, then it's going to immediately end the automation so that you're not going ahead and incurring not needed expenses. But in short, this is the process that you're going to be doing in order to automate the process, which makes your life easier, increases show rate, because now you're able to go ahead and call people at a specific time that has the highest probability of them picking up. So with that said, if you guys did enjoy this video, if you found it helpful, please do me a favor, drop a like, drop a comment to let me know what you like about this. If you do enjoy this type of content, make sure you subscribe. And if you want to continue to be surrounded by a group of like-minded coaches and continue to hear this type of information at a deeper level, then go ahead and click the link down in the description and in the comments to go ahead and join our coaching mastermind community, where we share a bunch of information like this. We help hold each other accountable and just share the best tactics that we've used in order to grow our coaching program. Not only myself and my team, but all of the other coaches in there as well. So with that said, great to have you guys here on another video, and we look forward to seeing you guys in the school community very soon. Hey guys, I wanted to tell you that you are the true coaches and the real students. You made it till the end of the video. Do me a favor, share this with a friend who wants to go to another level. Also, make sure you like the video, comment below so I know who you are, subscribe, and turn on your notifications for the channel, as we will be dropping more valuable content every single day. See you soon.